interesting to have you on this conversation today, and I just thought to come live, share something very interesting, something about your business. By the way, are you aware that you can leverage on your company name or your product name to expand and access international markets without necessarily registering that company in that market where you are trying to access? All of this drama, where do I start again? Long and short, if you are selling a product, are you aware that you can actually sell that product in another company? I mean, sorry, in another country without having to register your company in that country? Are you aware that you can begin to do footworks, strategic movement within a new market territory without going through the rigors of having a full physical presence? Hi, my name is Eitayo Ogunyemi, and I am always excited about holding entrepreneurs by the hands, helping them to build businesses and, of course, expand outside of their local market and access international opportunities and the global market. And that's why I'm having this conversation. I've been privileged to hold a number of entrepreneurs, and I'm happy and excited to have this conversation with you along the journey as well, so that you and I can, of course, have something to talk about. I'm passionate about Africa. I do this first for Africa, and I hope that you would have things to leverage on, insights from this conversation. So let's get to it. What I want to talk about is something that many people do not know. For instance, I got into a part of Europe, and because of this information, I was able to make moves. I was able to do certain things, and then people started asking me, "Oh, but you are not qualified for this. Oh, but you are this, you are that." And I get to just look at them and say, well, people perish because they lack information, they lack the knowledge. And it is the information gap that many people suffer from, which is why, again, I'm having this conversation. So, you can access global markets without necessarily being physically present within that global space where you are trying to operate. What is the tool I'm sharing with you today? Trademark. Let me share a bit about Trademark, and then we get into this conversation. So, Trademark. What's Trademark about? What's the gist about Trademark? Trademark is something different from registering your company. You can trademark your company name, you can trademark your company's products, you can trademark anything. So yesterday, for instance, I discussed with somebody, and I said, well, so I have clients that just decide to trademark their personal names. And the friend on phone found it extremely confusing. Like, why will somebody go trademark his or her name? But I told him that, look, people do it. People do it for many reasons. Your name is your package, is your brand, and you do not own it until you register it. I tell entrepreneurs, you do not own it until you register it. And you have two options here. You're either saying, I'm going to register as a company, or you want to do something called trademark. And here is the number one secret about trademark and how you can send your name on an errand to global markets without having to be registered within that market. The number one thing is the fact that if you are registering a company, you have no choice. You are going to be paying company income tax, you're going to be paying filing fee, annual returns, and of course, don't forget the rule. Something that is constant alongside debt. Tax practitioners will say two things are constant. Tax is constant, debt is constant. So the tax man is going to collect his tax wages. But trademark is one of those strategic things you can do that would help you to access places without even paying taxes. Let me repeat that. You can trademark your brand And trademarking your brand would not necessarily have to attract you having to pay taxes on the trademark. It is an exciting thing I need you to know. And the second thing that I need you to know as well is that with trademark, once you have a brand or a name trademark, I'm sorry, guys. Once you have a name trademarked, then what that does is that helps you as well to be able to do business. Many people confuse this as, oh, I have to register first. Look, for your trademark, you just need a physical presence, and that presence does not mean you register your company. It's just a presence you need. And how do you get that presence? You can go the route of ensuring maybe you have an address within the country where you are trying to get your trademark done. It's one of those things you can do. And once you do this, once you have a trademark, nobody, which language should I use? No goddamn person, I'm sorry, nobody can use that same name that you have used. In fact, they cannot even go to the company's house or the corporate affairs, whatever the name is, to say that, look, we want to register this name to be doing business. Once you register your trademark, it is as valid, it is strong, it is just a very strong thing that can help you to be able to even defeat competition, to be able to hone your name. Imagine you are from Nigeria, you are from Zambia, wherever you are listening from, South Africa, Ghana, and you have a trademark that is valid in Europe. Imagine you are in somewhere else and you have a trademark that is registered in another country. It means that everybody within the country and outside of the country, they have no choice. They cannot use that same name that you are already using. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't this interesting? And I tell entrepreneurs something. Look, send your trademark. Send your trademark to international market. Send your trademark to global market. You need not wait until you think that you are ready for expansion. Send your trademark. Send your trademark on work. Come on, guys. Send your trademark to global market. When you send your trademark, you register your trademark, there is something it does for you. It becomes the pace setter. It becomes like the forerunner to open the door to you. And this is one strategic way you can expand that business. Is one strategic way that you can make something happen in that brand, that little thing you think you are doing within a small corner or somewhere within the world. Send your trademark on an international errand. And how do you do this? I said earlier on, first thing first. Well, so that's why I'm here as well. For instance, you can always reach out for guidance and all of that. First thing first you have to do is understand what the laws are. Understand what the laws are. There are many countries that have what is called some international treaties where they then say that, okay, if a person should register under this treaty, by the way, a treaty is a law, is an international law. So if there is a treaty, for instance, let's say that the EU IPO, that's the IPO office that is covering the EU. If you decide to register your trademark under the EU treaty, it means that that trademark is going to be valid across EU countries. Isn't that beautiful? So this is one of those things you can leverage on. You decide to do your trademark, and then you find that your trademark is opening doors, global doors onto you. You find that that name, you own that name. Look, I say it again, and I want you to type it right in the comment box. You do not own it until you register it. So you find that that name, begins to open doors onto you, and this is how things are done. And so I want to remind you of something before I end this conversation. It matters that you send your trademark ahead. It's a strategy I just revealed to you. Don't wait until you think you are ready for business expansion. If you know that there is a market for you in a part of the globe, send your trademark ahead and let your trademark be the forerunner to open the door for physical spreading, physical expansion, as the case may be. I hope you've been able to learn something from this very short conversation. And again, my name remains Eitayo. And I see a comment there. Just try to read the comments. Did I? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure that I'm seeing this comment, but I'm going to take my time to respond to comments. Please keep your comments coming in. Ask your questions. This is how we do it every week. I'll come with insights and ideas that would help you to think global and begin to strategize to take your business outside of that local space, because this is what you and I have to do in helping, especially Africa. And God bless you. Thank you for joining today's conversation.